guys, and welcome back to a new Roblox Prospecting video. Today we are going to be attempting to dig at least an hour in the new Infernal Heart area inside of the volcano. Now this area does only open up at the 15-minute mark in UTC time, so we will be digging there at least 2 times and see what we can make of this beautiful money number at the end of this video. Now I'm not gonna be running any fancy tactics, I just want to run a totem, which will be a strength totem and a luck totem, and I will just be running the basic end gear equipment, still not any of the new equipment, so we will be running 7 Apocalypse Bringers, 1 Prismatic Star, Celestial Rings, and the Phoenix Wings. So we will just see what the most basic method of money making is at the Infernal Heart without doing any tricks, but with having the Sell Anywhere Game Pass. So keep that in mind, because I will not be running back and forwards towards the merchant to sell my stuff. So if you do want to follow along, you can copy this exact equipment and get some totems and also put those down in that area. Make sure you do have the new equipment, which is the fossilized pan and the fossilized shovel, which are the 2 new equipments that came with this update. And yeah, with that, let's wait until the Infernal Heart area opens up and let's see how much money we can make in this hour attempt, which will be 2 digging sessions. Let's go. Also, before we start, let's make sure we go to the potion seller at Fortune River. And there's actually also now 1 potion seller at the Windswept Beach, so you can also head there. But let's stock up on some basic luck from the potion seller for at least the next 2 hours, which should be plenty enough. Let's also stock up on some normal greater luck potions for at least 2 hours, and we should be golden there. We're not going to be running the capacity boost because I want to make sure I can keep 1 dig sessions going, which means I don't have to like dig multiple attempts. So now we have at least 2 hours of the greater luck potion running, 2 hours of the basic luck potion running. We of course got the permanent luck boost from the ancient blessing, and we get 2 times luck increase, which is like 10 days login bonus, and we get the permanent luck increase of course from the first Lightkeeper quest. Now let's wait these last few minutes out until the beautiful rocks open up for us and we can start our digging session. Alright, the door should be opening up anytime now. Let's hold our totems out. Let's start this beautiful journey of getting, hopefully, an insane amount of money. Here we go. The Infernal Heart has opened up for half an hour. Let's put these totems down on the left side here, which is like the best area in my honest opinion to use. Also the hill digging tactic, which if you haven't done so yet, watch my latest video on the channel, which covers on how to get ores 2 times as faster. But no more talking, let's get to business. Now anything noteworthy coming up in my pan, of course I will definitely show, but like the standard legendaries, because of our insane luck, will not be shown too much unless we do get a big ore, of course. But any mythic or maybe even the dragon skull will definitely be recorded and shown in the process while we're doing this. Now, I can also hear you questioning about why I'm not running any of the new stuff or maybe even the Phoenix Heart, because the massive luck increase I don't think will counteract the amount of money that we get from very big ores and also ores that do get a modifier, because the iridescent modifier or something is the biggest modifier the ore can get, and that gives an insane amount of money boost as well. And if you get it on a big ore, it will be a massive increase, of course, on your balance, which is also kind of the way how we already have like ended up at 245 billion at the, or 246 billion at the beginning of this video. But like I said, this hill tactic for digging is really something I would really advise anyone out there doing. If you are not doing this yet, it will save you time. I don't know how hard it is actually to do it on mobile or on console, but I know for sure that doing this on the PC is an amazing way of just starting immediately while you're done panning, while having the minimal amount of movement in the game, which I do think most of you would like, instead of, you know, having to move even, I guess, a bit more back and forth in between your digging sessions to put the, of course, beautiful sand in your pan. Oh, we got a mythic here. We got a Flare Bloom. We'll take it. Every mythic I do get in this game, I kind of am like obliged to favorite it, which is gonna hurt me in the long run because I really need an item that like expands our inventory by quite a big amount, and we haven't gotten it yet. But I do hope we get it maybe real soon in the next coming updates, because basically like every 5 to 10 digs that I do in my pan, I have to sell my inventory. And it's also kind of my fault because I do keep a lot of big ores in my inventory purely for crafting purposes. So I can like make sure that I can craft the highest star equipment. What we also, by the way, have noticed during this update is that with this amount of money, I think players will be good for like the next foreseeable like 5 updates. Because if we remember, right, so the pan that was from the volcano update was 400 million. Now the fossil pan and the shovel are both 1 billion, and the sluice was like 800 million, which puts the total at 2.8 billion, where previously the total amount was 1 billion. So that's not that big of an increase compared to the previous item, right? So if you want to make sure you're like all the way set for the next update or even the next few updates, I would really recommend, I think this strategy would be your best way to end up with like an insane amount of money. If you of course do have the same setup with like the 7 Apocalypse rings, with the 1 Prismara ring, with the Celestial rings, and with the Phoenix wings. And I also, by the way, will not be locking any like legendary item in this episode. Literally the only thing I'll be locking is some of the mythics, just to make sure I have some in my backlog. For example, I only had like 1 Flare Bloom, which is actually the item for one of the pedestals that you do need. And I only had 1 of them going into the update, so I was quite lucky I had still 1 favorited. So that's why some of the times it might be a good idea to keep some of the mythics in your backlog for crafting or for puzzle solving purposes. Oh, we got another mythic. We got a PANNED in here. 0.2 kilograms. So I think I'll actually be selling that one because I do have a lot of PANNEDs currently already saved up in my inventory. So we don't really need it. But it's still a nice mythic to get. So don't get me wrong. But sadly, we will have to get rid of the little PANNEDs. But that does put our mythic counter currently at 2. Now we are already over 15 minutes in. I did lose a little bit of luck because I got some 30 minutes luck boost from my daily login. Sadly, that has now went away, so our current luck, which is our basic luck just with totems, is sitting at 1.7k, getting a bit of an increase too from our lucky fossilized pan, but this is our basic luck with just the totems. Now I kind of am also a bit hoping that with this episode we are able to get the dragon skull, because I still have not gotten that one yet, and some of my viewers that did join me on the little update live stream that we did yesterday did get this skull from the big like admin abuse event that happened too, with like the admin meteors, and then like the meteors were spammed, and then there was like another luck increase thing going on. I hope maybe just with this basic luck that we currently are running, that we're also able to hopefully get 1 dino skull. Oh, we got another mythic. We got another Flare Bloom. Ooh, 1.3 kilograms. So I will definitely lock that one, because that's actually a big flower. Not bad. I mean, 3 mythics so far, and we're still not like done with our first digging session at the Infernal Heart. So honestly, this area looks to be like basically the best area to dig in and even like farm money in, because I've already sold like money in between. And of course you guys can see the intermediate result of me selling my stuff. This has been insane so far. We already have gotten over 10 billion. And I'm not even done yet like digging and spanning out in this first session, by the way. So I think we're well on our way to maybe hit 30 billion that you can make in the span of, I would say, like an hour. If you only do these half-hour digging sessions at the Infernal Heart, I think you're gonna be rich. Like rich. Oh, and we got another mythic, another PANNED. Oh my god, what's going on? Our 4th mythic, and still not done yet, by the way. We will be selling that one, by the way, because that's a small PANNED. I am looking for a bit bigger size PANNEDs at the moment, but nonetheless, I'll take it. That puts our mythic counter at 4. Oh my god, I got another mythic. Wait, what did I get? I got an Infernal. What is going on? how... Okay, trust me, guys. I did the digging of this on stream. I don't think I have gotten a 5 mythic, like, items in the first half hour of digging in this area. Maybe I'm getting, like, the secret buff. I will be selling the Infernal, by the way, because it's a small one. But I don't... Maybe I got, like, a secret buff for... I don't know. Like something is going on? There's no way. Alright, the last minute has started now. We got 50 seconds left, and we got about 50 seconds left on our totems too. And then we can check our intermediate result. We do know what our mythic counter currently is at, which is still insane to even think about. So maybe we can even get one more in this little time span that we have. And yeah, otherwise, that was a first great half of this digging session, honestly. I'm quite amazed at how much stuff we got for like just half an hour. Well, you could have like spent this half an hour at another place, and I don't think you would have gotten the same result with the same setup that I'm running. Oh, another mythic. We did get another mythic. What did we get? We got a pay night again. Just before the end. No, the Infernal Heart is closed. Okay, there we go. So we did get another pay night. Now, it was 0.5 kilograms. And I think due to that, I'm definitely gonna favorite it. And I might sell one of my lower modified ones. Of course, for example, this shiny pay knight that I have. Or this pure pay knight. But yeah, so far, great. Let me sell all the rest of the stuff that we got. So we do end up with 260 billion, 640 million cash in our inventory, which seems to be an increase of about 14 billion from our starting point. So now what we do, we will wait until the next time the area opens up, and we will get back to this digging session. So far, great results. Let's keep it up. All right, here we go. Our next digging session is gonna start at the Infernal Heart for half an hour, and let's see what we can make of this time. Here we go. Now, actually talking about the new rings and the new like charm that they've added to the game, I've actually seen that actually not a lot of people are using them. And I think actually that's for a good case, because I think the solar rings are like really slow for some of the users. So they're not trying to use them. But what I think you can try and do is at least equip 1 or 2 of them and see how that works out for you, because it does give a very big luck increase compared to the ones that you get from the Apocalypse rings, right? However, you might have to keep in mind that you shaking your ores out of the pan and the digging speed will go down by like a lot. So you might have to match them with moon rings. And the fossil helmet, yeah, I've like heard people talk about them and they're still not using them. And honestly, I checked the stats and it doesn't seem like it's very much worth for me either to use the helmet too. I've been having still a really good journey with using the Phoenix wings and still the Celestial rings. And I've not felt the need at all to try and replace them. 10 minutes into this session and there really hasn't been anything noteworthy. Like in my pan, we got no mythics. It's like the default few legendaries that we get in a pan. We sell them immediately. Some get like the iridescent modifier on them, which is really good for getting money. But so far, nothing really interesting to point out. Oh, there we go. Finally, we got a mythic. We got a Flare Bloom of 0.3 kilograms, which we will sell because it's not a big ore. But finally, we got another mythic to shelf, and it's been about, 17 minutes into this session. So it's something. I could have also still had like 0. Maybe we're getting started right now. Maybe with this, we can now get settled onto more mythics coming our way. So hopefully, we get some more. Wait, I just got a random meteor shower at like a time where it's not even supposed to happen yet. Wait, and we still have like 10 minutes to go. And there's no one in my server. No one like summoned this. So it must have been an admin, maybe? Wait, I didn't summon this either. Are they, maybe these global events are now more random? Because that didn't used to be the case. Normally these like random events that you get, like the meteor shower, the rapid rivers, the like flare zone, used to be at the hour mark in game. But this one just spawned for me at like 4 minutes past the half hour mark, where normally that's not supposed to spawn a global event. So maybe that happens more often now? Or maybe an admin is watching me. Maybe he is watching me. Uh-oh. Anyway, I'll take it for the time being. Even though I said I was not gonna use a meteor, this one just happened very randomly. Oh, another mythic. We got a flare bloom again. This time an even smaller one than the one we had before. So only 0.25 kilograms, but we'll definitely take it. And yeah, we'll definitely sell it again because we do have a lot of flare blooms that might be a bit higher than that. So we'll sell it. But hey, that's another one on the mythic counter. Alright, here we go. The final minute has now started, so let's make the best of this last minute that we have. We are still missing quite a few mythics compared to the first session that we have. And sadly, we also still do not have the dinosaur skull, even though we got the meteor randomly throughout this digging session. But we have gathered still quite a big lump of money, which at the end, of course, will count how much we actually made in these 2 digging sessions. So far, not a bad money grind at all, with just the very basic equipment, no spawn events, just 2 totems and the equipment that we can get in-game. Now, I do have 2 extra rings, of course, but I feel like, honestly, you should be pretty much able to do this, even if you only equip 6 Apocalypse rings. So now we have 10 seconds left. Let's maybe get another mythic before we get teleported back. No, my backpack is full. Let's quickly sell this and let's do one more dig. Let's pan it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's the last one. There we go. Wait. Hello? Am I not supposed to be wait, what? Okay, I can dig here, but I also did not get teleported out of the area. This might be a bug that probably happens when you pan, when the countdown is going on. Okay. Let me reset real quick. There we go, back outside of the furnace. Let's press the sell button one more time. And we are currently sitting at a amount of 271,911,000,000 cash in game. Now we started with 246,596,000,000, so that means we have gotten over 25.4 billion cash in 1 hour by digging at the Infernal Heart. Now we also got quite a few mythics with this, and of course we got the random meteor event happening near the end, which helped us get this amount in total. Once again, the equipment that we used was 7 Apocalypse Bringers, 1 Prismatic Star, a Celestial Ring, and the Phoenix Wings. Really good result. I'm really happy with this. We almost even made it to level 32, so not bad at all. So if you like this little digging session for 1 hour at the Infernal Heart, which is the new area in the latest prospecting update, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in a next new Roblox video or livestream. Have a fantastic grinding journey.